Hello. So I thought I'd jump on the bandwagon and do one of these 5 kilowatt diesel heaters. Seems to be many YouTube videos on these now, but they all look pretty good. Well, for the money anyway, but I'm told that they used to be back in the summer a lot cheaper. So best time to buy them's in the summer. I didn't do that. I paid 130 quid, I believe. And I went for one of these Vevor 5 kilowatt heaters. So let's get unpacking it, and I'll bring you back once I've got everything laid out here. Obviously box is still sealed, so I'll lay it all out and show you what you get, and we'll run through putting it all together. Sounds a bit of fun. Right, here we go then. So it's all unpacked. Fuel tank, which I believe is a 10-litre tank. Don't think it actually says anywhere on it how big it is. Instruction manual, which I've had literally a quick flick through, and it's all a bit well, sort of pidgin English really, but you can make some notes of it. The pictures in it are really poor as well. The one on the front cover is great, but I mean, you know, you can hardly make out what numbers they are on the components it's referring to, so if you get what I mean. But you can work it out. So bag of hose clips, screws, nuts, cable ties, and a mount for the pump, which I've seen in there. Mounting bracket for the heater itself, exhaust silencer. Not sure we're going to need a silencer. I like a bit of rum, you know, so might leave that out. This pipe, which I believe, I haven't actually seen this pipe in the instructions. That's why I'd look through, because I was looking to see what this was all about. I think this is so you can screw it into the top of a fuel tank on a vehicle and use this as your fuel outlet instead of using the separate tank. So that's what I think that's for. We've done that. Oh, there's another couple of bits there as well. Not sure what that nice little aluminium part is, but it's a pipe connector, and we'll have to have a look into that once we get that far. Fuel hose, which I've been told and looked when I looked on online on most of these other YouTube channels, this is not the correct fuel hose, but we use it. We'll see how we go. And the heater itself, there's the label on it, so Vevor, however you pronounce that, 5 kilowatt. And then we get on to fuel pump. Apparently the critical thing of the fuel pump is you need to have it pointing in the right direction, up or down, but once again, haven't actually worked that one out yet. Air filter of some sort of thing, so it's like a silencer for the air intake, I presume. A little bit of exhaust pipe, a couple of heater outlets, some flexi tube, a T-piece, and that's I think for the inlet. Oh, and more critical than anything else, the control display thing for the pump, you know, for the heater, and a remote control. How cool is that? So there we go. That is all the parts you get. Now it's just a question of me thinking where to put it, where's going to be best, and I don't know. So let's have a look around and a think of where to put it. I'll get back to you once I've figured somewhere out. And obviously you get this mounting plate with it, which goes over there somehow, and it's got 4 holes in it, but you've got to mount these pointing downwards, so it's gonna have to mount on a wall somewhere. I'm gonna have to make some brackets to go on the wall to mount that to mount the pump, you know, the heater to. Yeah, we'll get round it. Yeah, nice. And there's the little wiring harness as well. So right, let's get this figured out. I'm thinking over there, that hand basin there, which I acquired many years ago, hot water hand washing. I've never really used it, so it might go there. I think that might be a good place for it. Or underneath the little lathe there. That would probably be even better. Okay, so as you can see from the picture I've just put up, I had these old shelf brackets. So I've modified those, and all I need to do, well, I'll probably utilise that. I don't know, I can't, can I? But anyway, probably what I'll do is just weld that to that, and then you've got a screw hole to screw it to the wall. I don't know, maybe fold that little bit over, you know, tuck it into the wall a bit more. We'll see. I'll get this attached to that, and then bring you back again, yeah, in a little second, like a flash. And whoosh, there it is. So I haven't mounted it tucked right under there because I still want to be able to get to bits, and I still haven't actually screwed this to the shelfie bit yet, but I still want to get to that so I can get this cover off to get to things like the glow plug and to do anything I need to do in there. So that's the idea for this mounting point. And like I say, I haven't screwed the heater down yet, so there we go. I'm only going to knock it off, and so yeah, that's where I'm going to mount it. And the theory is I'm going to run the outlet pipe along there, have one little vent here somewhere, and then across the back of the wall, and have another one out there somewhere. That should do, I think. That should do the trick. And then obviously exhaust, that'll come out straight up the wall up there, boom, through the wall there. Inlet, I don't really think that matters too much where the inlet goes. At a guess, out there somewhere on the wall there, I don't know. But fuel tank, I'm going to put where that orange bit is, so I'm going to put that up a little bit higher, and then have the pump mounted on the wall there as well, so it's all accessible and it's all serviceable. So if anything goes wrong or whatever, it's all easy to get to. That's the plan anyway. So let's see what we do. I think I'm going to screw that to the bracket next, because otherwise it's going to fall off. So okay, right, bring you back in a tick and show you what else we're doing. Right, I've now kind of done the exhaust. It is a little bit close to that, but I might move that out a little bit further. But now for the bit that goes up the wall, don't laugh, but there's a nice bit of gas pipe with a few brackets welded to it, and wait for it, there's the bit that's going outside. So I've made this bigger section on here, so, oh shit, that's hot, just welded it. Right, there's that bit on the outside so it doesn't come in contact with the wood that's up there. So right, now I need to get up there and drill a hole. This could be fun. Not very good with heights, that's a long way up. Best get my ladder out. Right then. At least if I fall off of here, I could put it on U-beam frame to get myself 250 quid. Does U-beam frame still exist? Don't know. Oh, right. Oh, higher, higher. It's getting scary now. Right, I'm going to drill hole through this one. Should I go through that one? Yeah, let's go here. Battery's gone flat. Oh. That was exciting. Didn't fall. Let's go and find another battery. Oh my god, that one's even flat. Ah, where's my drill? Oh no! Oh, bloody hell! Batteries. Just gonna have to extinguish all the batteries I can. this one. Oh, that's funny. Right. And that one's flat. Oh, this is incredible. Oh no, my grill's falling off. Right, oh, this is a disaster. I'll be back. Right, I'm back, and I've got a really funny story to tell you. Let me just grab the camera a minute. So, I drilled the hole. Can you see it? It's, oh, that's just there, yeah? Anyway, I've drilled through, and I thought, oh no, I've drilled through into something else, because I've got like a shed and what have you out here. And that's all covered up there. So I thought, oh no, I've drilled to the inside of something. I thought, you idiot, Paul. But I looked through there and I put my fingers through the hole and I thought, I can't feel anything. So I went and got my torch, shone my torch outside. And yeah, I have drilled through to the outside because I can't see nothing out there because it's dark now. Oh, there's not even daylight out there. It's so black and so dark, I thought I'll drill. Anyway, back to this. Right, we're back at these bits now. Because what's just confused me, I thought, now I've got me exhaust on, still needs, where's my finger, still needs straightening up at the bottom bit, just to make it look a bit better. But yeah, that's in there, and let me show you actually. Obviously this bit here is just, that's it, that's just, oh well, that just goes to show. I ain't put a Jubilee clip on that end yet, but that's just sort of wiggling around up in the top there. So what I'm going to do with that, I'm going to stuff some wire wool up there. Hopefully that'll be all right. It should stop the fumes coming back. I'll have to get a carbon monoxide detector and just try it just to be sure. But yeah, that's the exhaust on there. I've kept it quite far away from the wall. It does go through there really nicely. Haven't looked outside yet because it's dark. So the intake, I think I'm just going to fold round and put under there. So that's that bit thought of. But yeah, what I was just about to show you is the fuel tank. So I thought, okay, going to mount the fuel tank where that bit of orange paint is on the wall, so it's nice and easy to fill up. But then I thought, well, where's the outlet? There's no outlet on the tank. And then it dawned on me, that must be what this is for. So where the hell would you put that? I thought, oh well, maybe it goes inside the cap, but that round piece is bigger than the cap. Ooh. So that would not sit inside the cap. Oh, Christ. Anyway, I've seen the tank's got these little flat spots on it, so I thought I might use that. I don't know. But my idea is, I've got this Doughty washer, and then somehow going to fish this inside the tank and put that there. So, boom, on the bottom there. And have some brake pipe coming out of there, which will be crimped at that end. I'll show you what I mean. Oh God, I am such a drip. Such a drip. So this was going to be my idea. I was going to try and thread this into the tank, put a crimp on the end of that. Oh, it's a bit blurred, isn't it? Come on. So yeah, I was going to put a crimp on the end of there, but then I found this little bag inside the tank, which has got this. Come on, focus. 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 Why is that not focusing? Yeah, so I found this, which has got an O-ring on it, and there's a nut and another O-ring, so you can drill a hole in the tank, put that through, Bob's your uncle, easy peasy. Yeah, so I'm going to use what's come with it. It's a good idea, that. I should have kept the camera rolling, really. It's just taken me literally 10 seconds to get that through there. So right, there's that little bit again. Let's get that fed through there, started through there, and as if by magic, keep on lifting this out of shot, don't I? Right, there it is. And whoosh, there it is through there. So pulled a bit of wire out, washer or O-ring and a nut. And don't drop the little bit back in the tank. There you go, thread started, so I'm safe now. That's it. Stick a spanner on that, give it a tighten up, boom, outlet in the tank. Yay! Success! Right, it's all tightened up in the bottom now, so now we've got a outlet in there. Just go and screw this to the wall. Yeah, and then I've got a fuel tank. It's great. Right then, let's go and drill some more holes. See if my battery's going to last this time in the drill. So yeah, let's get this mounted to the wall and then we can figure out where the fuel pipe's got to run and how to do that. Right, so as you can see, that's the air intake for the burner, just tucked under there. I don't think it's going to be too close to the exhaust. I can't really see that being a problem. If it is, I can just move it and swing it around the other way. I don't think that's going to be a big issue. Yeah, so next really is fuel pump and get that mounted on the wall and get the filter mounted straight after the tank. So I've got to try and do a little neat system there. So I'd probably, yeah, I'll show you what I mean when I do it. So right, let's figure out where we're going to do and what we're going to do with this fuel pipe, etc. Right, so fuel pump first. The only confusing thing is on these pumps, like on a fuel filter on a car, you usually have an arrow or something pointing which way the fuel's supposed to go, but there's nothing on this at all. So I've looked through the book and it's, well, it does say, but it's not very obvious which way it goes. But apparently this is the out nearest the plug and the inlet is at the bottom opposite end of the plug. So that's the first thing I want to get mounted. I'm thinking of putting it there because you have to have that facing uphill apparently. I mean, some people mount them sideways like that, but I think to bleed the air out of the system, I think it's best to probably have it vertical. So going to put that about there, little loop of pipe going into the bottom of the tank, and then the other one coming out straight down through a filter into the, oh no, the filter after the tank. Oh God, anyway, I know what I'm thinking. I'll show you when I do it. Right, so the first thing you need after the tank is the filter. Now, a lot of people are going to tell me you've got that filter the wrong way round, the in and the out. I know that, but here's my reasoning for it. This is the way I'm going to have, so that end of that green pipe is going to go onto the tank. Now, I want to see all the crap in the filter. If you put the input on that side, it's all going to be trapped inside that basket and you're not going to see it. So if I have it that way up, it's going to build up outside that basket, all the crap, and you're going to be able to see it through the filter and you know when you need to clean it. So if I put that straight after the tank, I can take it off and clean it when I see it's full up of crap or some crap building up and it needs cleaning. So that's the reasoning behind that. So right, let's get that underway. Right, so that's the fuel system done. We come out of there, straight into a filter, up to the pump, and then back down along and up into the bottom of the heater. So next thing to do, electrics. I'm pretty sure that the fuel system comes with all Jubilee clips. However, this is very tight on there. I'll have to check, see if I get any leaks, and we'll come back to that if I do. But yeah, electrics next. Let's see what we got. Okay, so I've tied that to there. The wiring harness that comes off of that for the fuel pump, I've managed to lose behind me little lathe. So I've run that along the wall, straight down into the fuel pump, so that looks quite neat. Next I think I'm going to do, try and get the other end of it with one hand. Next I'm going to do this one, which is for the little display, which is for that. I think I'm probably going to mount it under the light switch just there. That would be quite nice because I can just run the wire straight along there, along with that one, and down into that as well. So that should be quite good. Just go and find some little tiny self-tapping screws. Or did they come with it? I don't think they did. Let's have a look. Nah, can't see any tiny self-tapping screws. So let's see what I can find and see if we can get this thing mounted. Well, you might be able to hear that it's running. So I'll brim the fuel tank and press the go button on there, and first of all it come up with EO2, which, looking in the book, and it says reduce supply voltage, because I was just trying to run it straight off of my battery charger, which I usually use to bench test things and power things up, so thought it would be all right. It was obviously running at too many volts, so connected an old battery up to it as well and put the battery charger on it just to give it a bit of oomph. And then it come up with EO8 after working for, well, trying to start for about sort of 3 or 4 minutes. It come up with EO8, which, looking on here, it says check whether the oil circuit has air or wax blockage. So of course the fuel hadn't got to the heater at that time, so like I say, I'm not going to run it like this. This is just literally temporary, just because I wanted to get it running, see how it works. I was getting pretty excited. So yeah, so it came up with EO8, that because the fuel hadn't got to there. Press the start button again, a few more clicks, yep, away it went, and it is pumping out hot air. I mean, that is really nice and hot, and well pleased. The only little concern I have, I thought, I wonder what the exhaust is like. I could barely touch that, and that is like really thick wall pipe. So I may have to think where it goes through, think again where it goes through the wood. Mind you, I don't know, we'll see, but that is hotter than I thought it would be. I can touch it, but it's getting really hot really quick. But anyway, pumping out hot air into here. So gonna hang out down here for, you know, half an hour or so, and we'll see if it does warm the place up a bit. But installation easy. Well, just pressing the go button, that's literally all I've done, and it's working. It's firing out lots of hot air. I mean, I'm standing, what, 2 meters from it now, and it's hot. It's really nice. So anyway, that has got some heat into my garage. Really pleased. Okay, thanks for watching. And I was going to say if anyone's got any questions about it, but I really don't know nothing about it myself. I've literally just plugged it in and turned it on. So I'm going to read up a bit more. There was a channel that I found while I was researching which heater to get, that said about setting up the fuel supply to make it burn more efficiently, use less fuel and get the same sort of heat out of it. So got to look into that and see how that goes. But it's up and running. So, thanks for watching. Catch you soon. Keep your hands dirty.